Wakil Ladipo, who is the President General of Nigerian Football and Other Sports Owners Club. He is also the President of the Nigerian Boxing Board of Control, NGBOC. We also have Edward Olutoke, who is here in the capacity to talk about the over 50s football competition that is coming up this week here at the Center of Excellence at the legacy pitch of the National Stadium. So, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. Before we jump into that, that's talking about the over 50s football game, where we have ex-internationals coming to show this. I saw Choma Juma at the training page. That was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, she came. She was around. So let me start off PG. Let's look at the Super Falcons. Of course, you're supposed to be in Australia now. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know. So, how would you rate their performance in their first game? They drew goalless in that encounter against Canada.
Quite frankly, I got impressed with the performance of the Super Falcons. Because before that match, the bookmakers have told us that Canada will wallop them. But what we saw was a different thing entirely. Canada, even with the penalty kick given to them, they couldn't even beat these guys. Those Falcon guys, they played well, they were determined, and they told us before they left that they will show some surprises. I think we're in for a big surprise. The Falcons will do well in this tournament.
For you, what's your view as regards the first game?
Yeah, my take is we have a good team, especially the goalkeeper. She's my favorite in that team. But beyond all of that, I was taken aback because there was no Nigerian supporters club in the stadium. In the stadium, I mean, it's so annoying. It could be so annoying. And you see the entire match look like so dull, Then, of course, it's a beautiful tournament.
Would you say that cost them that game? If you guys were there, would that have been a different
we would have seen something different.
I need to talk about that. Since you have mentioned it, this is the third time the Australian embassy is playing some fraud on the Nigerian supporters. And I think the federal government has got to do something. Because they sit down in their office, they collect our money, hoping to give us visa. Nobody, not even one supporter has been given a visa. And they have been collecting 192,000 from each and every one of us. Some people were called for biometrics. As I speak with you, they have not been given any visa. We have bought tickets, mad tickets. Some people bought tickets of $150, $200, $500, as the case may be. But up till now, they have not given anybody visa. I think they want to deprive the Falcons the opportunity for the supporters to support them. This is the third time, and we're not going to take it lightly with them. They must return our money if they are not going to. That's the truth.
Don't
worry. Don't worry. You see, they know they return. This time they will return. Don't worry. You see, we are just law-abiding citizens of Nigeria. That's why we have not taken it the other way. How can you sit down in your office every year, you collect money from us, you won't issue us visa? What is the reason? Most of the passports, most of my members have US visa, Canada visa, UK visa. What is Australia? Why wouldn't you give us visa? It's not good.
It's a big shame, Yeah. And of course, a country with good leadership would not allow that to happen to its citizens. It's just so annoying, and I'm sure they are afraid of the Super Falcons.
No, the game is on Thursday. That game is on Thursday.
They need to intimidate us. So since we don't have support, they are playing home. They're going to use home advantage.
Never mind. Never mind.
They go past them
with Oparanote and Rashida coming back. Don't worry. Australia is in for a surprise on Thursday. The Falcons will beat them and still to the next round.
Talking about going to the next round, the first group games was completed on Monday. For the Super Falcons, they are playing on Thursday against Australia.
Yeah.
All the other African teams, we had Zambia, Morocco, and South Africa, they all lost their matches. Only for the Super Falcons that picked a point. So what does it tell you about the African representatives at this tournament?
Well, first match is very difficult to win that is not to say you may not get to the second round. Since they have 2 matches to play, with a team like South Africa, I can see them going to the next round. Super Falcons will go to the next round. Any other country in Africa may, but I'm sure that the Falcons and the South Africans will go to the next round.
You are sure about that?
That's true. The Falcons, they are a good team. South Africa has a very good team. In fact, they lost to, is it Colombia?
Sweden.
Does not mean that they will not win their next 2 matches. They will send it to the next round. They are a good team.
All right, now let's look at the over 50s, because it's just to empower players who have plied their trade for the country in times past, to see if they can give them bring them back, integrate them back to the society. Because for them, why this thing is being set up is most people see people that are above 50 years, they're done dusted, there's nothing they can do anymore. But this competition is just to ensure that they come out of their shells, make them active again, using the round leather game to do all that. Now, the last time you were here, you spoke about it. I want to know, as at this time, how many teams will be competing? How many ex-internationals are we seeing? The likes of Edward Olutoke, top players, players who have played their trade for the country. How many of them are we seeing?
Well, above 50, it's something that everybody has to embrace. I will leave that to the president to explain, but let me answer your question straight away. We have 8 teams coming to take part in this competition. We have Ikeja Football FC, above 50 FC. We have Abeokuta, we have Abuja, we have Itire Ikati, we have Badagry. We have them, all of them will come for this championship. But let me tell you, we are aware that the ex-internationals may want all of them to come. But there's a rule that only 5 ex-internationals can be part of a team. And only 3 of them will play at a time. Just like the Olympics. You see, because if you have to put all ex-international 11 players against anybody, they will take shine and they will win, they will defeat everybody. The idea is not just for the ex-international. The vision behind it is to get anybody and everybody above 50 to exercise, keep fit, live healthy, and live a standard life. You see, if you are 50 and you are still staying in your house, what wrong with something? But with this innovation, I think something better is coming to your life. Meanwhile, the vision there is there. He will tell us why. But I have embraced it. I'm the chairman.
Of course, you're above 50.
Of course. I'm above 50. Okay.
Now, I want to ask, with the prize money attached to it, is Mark Watson? I don't know. Most people that are less than 50 might even want to come, okay, I want to be part of it and all that. Is there a mechanism in place that used to check the real ages of those who will be participating?
Definitely. Nobody can participate without his international passport. So
you falsify that one.
You
too,
must. If they're falsifying everything, But what we want to achieve with above 50 football concept is that to say that people can grow old with style. Old age is not a curse. In this part of the world, you treat people that are growing old like you said, done and dusted with. You don't have anything to do again anymore. So we're creating a new sensation, in the society for people at that age to know that there is still something to look forward to in life. So it's our own way of protesting. That look, now old, I know kill person. So look at me, and of course we're achieving that. Because many people who are even below 50 want to be part of the thing. I ask you, look, I'm 49. Can I join? I'm 40. So we want to create that mentality in people. That look, this age, look forward to becoming it, and then you can join the thing. You don't need to falsify your age so that you can. People don't want to grow old anymore. You know,
Because of this
because of the money. But of course, we're doing, and we're achieving.
And let me assist you. Don't forget, you said the passport. There's also the need to show your NIN. You cannot falsify.
No, if you can falsify passport, you can falsify name. Once you can falsify anything. However, however, we will try as much as we can. You know, within, all of these things have been planned less than 2 months.
Yes.
It's a few weeks. So nobody could have rushed to go and do another international passport. We're sure of this one. Another one we may not.
Even with the challenge they will meet at the
even before you go to before you can change all the documents and all of that. But you see, the point we're making is that let these old people come together, network. You know, as they're keeping fit, they're doing business among themselves. They are making new friends, and life is, getting rejuvenated. People just stay indoors and they die, needlessly. Too many people die slowly every day. By the time you cross over 50, you're withdrawing from the society. The children are growing old, they are going, they're living. There are so many things that begin to happen to you because people begin to look at you like you don't have anything else to contribute. You're preparing for retirement. They say, Baba, you cannot play football. Who is your grandfather? Who is your grandpa? Don't grandpa me. I'm still young. I'm still ready to kick. So if you come there on Saturday, you see our training. You see, what the old people, 60, 70 people kicking football. That is it. As long as you're still alive, please be alive. Don't die before you die. That is what that concept is saying.
Last thing you just said now. I hope there will be medical team or ambulances and all that.
Standby
We have doctors.
Yeah.
We have doctors, physiotherapists. Then we are going to have 2 ambulances there. And it's not just going to be you play and play. You play for a while, you are withdrawn, change with another person. That's why we have given room for 20 players. And you can change your 20 players, you can change them at will. So that you don't over-exercise, you don't overwork yourself, and you don't stress yourself. So we have all these things in place.
No, despite the competition has not kicked off already, but we hear that clubs from Europe,
Yes.
Brazil,
Mexico,
and other countries,
Yes.
wanting to play with Nigeria. So is it going to be like a FIFA event? Are you looking at that? I don't know.
Yes, maybe one day, FIFA may want to embrace it. But for now, we are starting here in Nigeria, and we thank God that we are the beginners.
Yeah.
Every other country of the world is trying to join us, and when we now move ahead, maybe it's something that FIFA will come and embrace later.
It's what we're pushing because the final point of all of this is to have above 50 football World Cup someday, and so we want to pull all 50 and above people together, on the same pitch, and then we are talking to ourselves, we're meeting, and so maybe the world will even get to know which country produces the strongest people in the world. So the idea is beyond just this local, it has to be one day, and definitely it must happen, that we have above 50 football World Cup.
All right, we're hoping that will happen one day. Now, let's leave that. Now, let's look at other issues. PG, I'm coming to you, talking about professional boxing. We were talking about it before we came on set, and I said that boxing has really, professional boxing has improved in Nigeria. We've never seen it so good. But no month goes by, but we don't get 3 or 4 fights here in Nigeria. What is the reason behind that?
Well, thank God that since I became